Hey Credit Warriors, Credit Shuffle here, and today we are going to be talking about some changes to the Amex Centurion or Black Card. Now I know this card is probably a bit out of reach for a lot of people watching this, although we may have some viewers who do have the card, especially those who have the business version of the card, because it's a little bit easier to get the business version if you have, a large amount of business spending. If you run the type of business that does a lot of spending on credit cards each month, perhaps your salary isn't that huge, you're not super rich, but because you have so much business spending, you're able to get the business card. And you never know, maybe a few people with the personal version are watching, but even if you don't have the Amex Centurion, I think it's going to be interesting to go through these benefits changes, and also the annual fee has changed, just because then you get to see something that's quite unique and quite cool. So I think the majority of people are going to be quite interested in this. So let's get started. Now, first of all, American Express is adding a Saks Fifth Avenue credit. Now they added this to the Platinum card, $50 every 6 months, so $100 per year. The one they're adding to the Amex Centurion is kind of like the Amex Platinum's Saks credit, but on steroids, okay? Because it's $1,000 a year, and it's split, I believe, into $250 every quarter, all right? So it's a lot more, obviously, than the Platinum, but the annual fee is a lot more than the Platinum. It is the top tier Black Card. In addition to that, Saks actually apparently will open the store outside of normal business hours, specifically if a Centurion holder wants to go to the store, which is kind of cool. So anyway, you're getting $1,000 in extra value with this Saks credit. And I assume a lot of people who have the Centurion probably do shop at Saks because it's the sort of place that those kind of people would go. Normal people, when they're trying to use the Saks credit on the Platinum, they're like, oh man, what shall I buy? $50 for a pair of socks at Saks is really not worth it, Last year I went and bought a load of Christmas presents with the Saks credit, which kind of turned out to be worth it. I mean, you're buying stuff that's like really expensive, but it is, a nice gift. So you can kind of, people who receive it do kind of appreciate the quality, right? But yeah, certainly most things at Saks are really expensive. Anyway, let's move on to the next new benefit. So American Express is adding Equinox health clubs, fitness clubs benefit. It's basically a gym. They have classes there as well. It is definitely on the high end. They have 105 locations in the US, the UK, and in Canada. Obviously, they are in major cities, okay? So if you're out in the sticks, you're not really going to benefit from this. But I think a lot of people with the Black Card are people who live in either New York, LA, they're people in the entertainment industry, in the finance industry, etc. So I'm guessing they're going to be near or in major cities where there are Equinox branches. So I think the majority of people who have the card will benefit from this, as long as they like working out. Some people just aren't into working out, right? But anyway, let's go through how much this is going to cost, or how much this saves you, right? So Equinox membership, there's a $500 initiation fee, and then on top of that, it's $300 per month. So in the first year, it costs $3,600, okay, for year one. And then after that, it's going to go down, obviously, because you don't have the initiation fee. It goes down to $3,100, unless you get that every year. I assume that's just the first year, but anyway, maybe. And it's kind of funny, I was searching Equinox online, and on their kind of Google, when you search for them, an ad comes up on Google, it says, Equinox, commit to something. It's like, yeah, they certainly are committing to something, $3,600 a year. That's a commitment, all right. Anyway, it's kind of funny. But yeah, so you're getting $3,600 in value per year with this credit. So I think it's really good. A lot of celebrities and stuff do like these health clubs. So, I guess that's who the Centurion card is aimed at anyway. Celebrities, high net worth individuals. So they're definitely listening to their audience, and yeah, I think it's a pretty cool benefit. Let's move on to the next one. The next benefit added is airport VIP meet and greet, and that's being expanded, okay, because that benefit already exists. It's available at 32 airports worldwide. Basically what happens is an American Express rep will meet you off the plane, probably airside normally, and they will take you through an expedited security lane, and basically they'll help you arrange ground transportation and, basically just help you out, okay? Kind of whiz you through security. So it's available at 32 airports, and it used to be that you had to book through Amex Travel and it was only business or first class. Now, I assume it's still only business or first class, but it's expanded to, award tickets if you pay the taxes and fees with your American Express Centurion card. So a little bit of an expansion on a benefit that already exists and is very, very cool. Next benefit is a Clear membership, okay? So you're gonna get an annual statement credit for Clear membership. Now, Clear membership costs, it costs about $170 or so full price, but if you are a Delta Platinum medallion holder, which is a benefit that the Centurion card gives you. Okay, it gives you Delta Platinum Medallion status. It only costs you $109. All right. Now on the Centurion, this statement credit for clear, you can also get the statement credit for 3 family members, which would cost $50 extra each. So it's a total saving of about $259. Okay, if you were Platinum Medallion, if you didn't have the card. Now what clear is, I haven't even explained what it is yet, have I? Well, what clear is, it's basically similar to TSA PreCheck. It's an alternative system, basically, to TSA Pre. It goes off biometric data, so you can whiz through security at airports. It's available at 32 airports and I believe 21 other venues, including stadiums, like sports stadiums in the United States. And it's a bit more expensive than TSA Pre, to be honest. Like the annual fee is like $170, or if you have the Delta Medallion, it's $109. TSA Pre is like $75 every 4 years, but this is an annual fee. So, you know, a lot of people do say it's better than TSA Pre, though, because the TSA Pre line, you know, sometimes other people, like family members, can come in of people who have TSA PreCheck. They can bring normally they can bring whoever else is on their booking with them through TSA Pre. And sometimes the TSA just let other people through the TSA Pre line for certain reasons. I don't know. But anyway, people say it's better. So yeah, whatever. I haven't used it personally. But if you're wondering, in the New York City area, which is where I'm based, we have it at LaGuardia and JFK. We don't have it at Newark yet, but apparently it is coming to Newark. I'm not sure when, but apparently it is. All right, let's move on to the next one. Next, we have membership of the private suite at LAX airport. Okay, so this is really, really cool. There's basically a kind of secret private terminal at LAX. It's frequented by celebrities, politicians, high net worth individuals, etc. And what they do, basically, you drive to the terminal, and you get there and they take you into a little room that's got loads of food, snacks, you know, alcohol, whatever, coffee, whatever you want, okay, in this room. And you just chill out in this room until it's time for your flight. And while you're chilling there, they'll print your boarding pass, they'll tag your luggage. It goes through a private TSA screening, and then they will take you by car. They'll actually drive you airside on the tarmac to your plane, and you just go up the stairs onto your plane. You can probably board first or maybe last, whatever you want. And it's really nice cars, BMWs and stuff, they'll drive you to your plane in. So it's a really cool service. And if you want to know more about it, 1 Mile at a Time, which is a really great blog for all this kind of air travel, frequent flyer stuff, he's got an article about it with loads of photos. It's actually really good. So I'll put that in a pinned comment below for you guys to check out. But yeah, this is the private suite at LAX. Now, membership normally costs $4,500 a year. So that is what you're getting for free. But members actually get $1,000 discount each time they use it, but they still have to pay each time, okay? So for each trip, each one-way flight. So the cost is about, if you're a member, it's about $2,700 to $3,000. So you're basically saving $1,000 each time you use it, okay, once you're a member. So some people, you know, it depends where you're based. If you're based in LA and you have the Centurion card and you actually would use this benefit, then you might save a lot of money. You probably save $1,000 each time you use it. Someone based in New York who never goes to LA, well, this benefit really means nothing to you, okay? Because they've only got this one location. It's just at that one airport. But, you know, considering Amex Centurion is often aimed at people in the entertainment industry, I think probably Amex have done their research and they probably think that a lot of people will benefit from this benefit. That's why they're kind of, you know, that's why they've added it to the card. All right, now let's talk about some benefit cuts, because there have been a few benefit cuts, although nowhere near as many as benefits have been added. So the Centurion apparently used to have a $200 airline credit, which I know sounds weird, right? Why give a $200 airline credit on this card? It's peanuts, you know? But anyway, it apparently had the same airline credit that the Platinum had. That's now being got rid of, which, yeah, I think, you know, might as well. What's the point? I mean, you compare that to like a $1,000 Saks credit, a $200 airline credit is nothing really. And I think people who have this card have so much money, they're not even going to really notice. Then there are also two Wi-Fi things that are going, which is Boingo Wi-Fi and GoGo preferred, you know, plan. Both of those are going, which, you know, will be a bit of a shame for some people. But again, they're not huge benefits. I actually have Boingo Wi-Fi on one of my other cards. So, you know, you can get them from other cards anyway. And, you know, I never even use it. So even though I've got it. So a lot of these things I don't notice. Anyway, I don't think anyone who has the Centurion will really think that it's that big a deal, these three things that are going. Now, with these new benefits coming in, the annual fee is increasing from $2,500 per year to $5,000 per year. And the initiation fee, which is something that Centurion has, it has an initiation fee, in the first year, it's increasing from 7,500 to 10,000. So in your first year, you're actually going to pay $15,000 for this card. So that's quite a big increase. And then in subsequent years, obviously you'll pay $5,000 instead of $2,500. And these changes are taking effect. The effect of the annual fee is taking place on April 1st, 2020, okay? So April Fool's Day. Sounds like a joke, doesn't it? We're increasing your annual fee by $2,500, but no, this is not April Fool's. So if your renewal comes before then you'll actually get it for another year for $2,500, which is very, very cool. And then everyone who renews after April 1st, 2020, it'll be $5,000 per year. So, that is a video about the Centurion, and just a little bit of a final note as well for people who are into points and miles. The Centurion is actually a pretty useless card when it comes to accumulating points. It just earns 1 point per dollar on everything. So I don't think it's really a card that people who are interested in collecting lots of points and miles would use. However, it does have one really great feature in that you get a 50% points rebate when you book flights through Amex Travel on the business version. I'm not sure if the personal version has this, but at least the business version definitely does have this 50% points rebate when you book travel. And so that's really good. It basically means the points are worth like 2 cents per point when booking flights. So it actually makes it kind of worth it even for booking business class flights through Amex Travel. And the big advantage of that is that there's no blackout dates and you also earn miles when you fly. So it is a very useful card from that point of view, but it's not really very useful for earning points. If you want to know more about the Amex Centurion and its benefits, we have a couple of videos. I'll put them on the end card of this video. We have one video where a guy who has the Centurion actually contacted us and told us a load of cool stories about it. So that was quite a fun video to do, and I'm sure you'll find it interesting. All right, guys, we will put some links to Amex cards that mere mortals can get in the links below, the Amex Platinum and the Amex Gold. Feel free to check those out if you do want to learn more about them. Also, if you want to know more about the private suite at LAX, I'll put the article from 1 Mile at a Time in a pinned comment below as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Leave your thoughts about this below. Please subscribe if you're new. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.